What can we expect for the week of July 7th? Let's jump right into it. Let's get into the weekly wisdom. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for dropping in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm Kimbaley, and today you are going to hear the weekly wisdom. This weekly wisdom is going to be for the week of July the 7th. I'm going to tell you all about what the weekly wisdom is, but first we're going to hear our Astro-Numerology report or the forecast for today, courtesy of Astro-Numerologist Lloyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. It is Monday, July the 7th. The sun is in Cancer. The moon is in Sagittarius. It's a 7 universal month, an 8 universal week, a 5 universal day. Today is perhaps one of the more intuitive and analytic days than the rest by comparison. So, in essence, it suggests you follow your first mind rather than ignore it, since you're likely to be highly attuned than usual. Additionally, the day also suggests that the more you listen, the less you speak, the more you're likely to learn in the process. Finally, think and visualize yourself as a magnet that draws to you whatever you want. Knowing that, therefore, is very crucial as to what you want and especially why. Look for Gemini, Virgo, and those born on the 5th, 14th, and 23rd of the month to be of help in this regard. Once again, that is the Astro-Numerology forecast for today, courtesy of Astro-Numerologist Lloyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. This app is wonderful. It's one that I use as an everyday companion. The calendar feature will help you navigate throughout your months. It lets you know what your good days are, those days you should be cautious, and there are so many other compatibility features on the app. Make sure you check it out for yourself. You can go download it at Google Play, the App Store, or you can go to Linktree/numbers and you. Okay, let's get into it. For those of you who have never seen a weekly wisdom before, I'll just let you know that the weekly wisdom is how we determine the energy for the week. I use my intuitive gifts, the oracle card, and also utilize the numerology on the cards to determine what the focus is or the energy is going to be for the week ahead. Today, I will be reading from the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, and I will get my advice card from my trusty dusty Trust Your Vibes deck by Sonia Chanquette. At the end, I'll give a summary of the reading, and I will also give an affirmation that you can practice for the week. First, I'm going to do a universal reading. The universal reading, it sounds just like what it is for everybody. It's a reading for the collective. And then I'll go on to read the birthday numbers. The birthday numbers go from 1 to 9, and that will include the master numbers 11 and 22. To find your birthday number, you would just simply look to the day you were born. The day you were born on, reduced to a single digit, is your birthday number. If you were born on August the 4th, your birthday number would be 4. If you were born on August the 13th, your birthday number would also be 4 because 1 plus 3 equals 4. So listen for your birthday number, and I will also include the corresponding zodiac signs. You can also listen for your zodiac sign as well. So let's get into this collective reading. This is important. I'm wondering what this collective reading is going to be about today. Well, I'm always interested in knowing, but just a little excited today. Okay. First card, new life. This screams new beginning right here. And this happens to be a 12 card. The energy that I'm feeling is it's time for expansion. That's what I'm feeling. And this expansion to you is going to take you to a whole new level. So much so that it's definitely going to feel like a new life for you. This right here says that you're going to need to make sure that you're maintaining positivity. This could be about a business, you know. It can also mean that you need to begin to communicate and express yourself. Stop holding back what you feel and start saying what you know you need to say. Because even though you think that a lot of people won't take it the right way, a lot of times what you say is what's very necessary, and you speak from a place of wisdom, and that's what's going to elevate you to this next level. You being able to express yourself in ways that other people should have been expressing themselves, but by you having that boldness and coming out to step forward, this is going to make some changes for you. This is going to make life seem a whole lot different from you. No more holding back. It's time to let those things go. Because just imagine if everybody has a message for the collective and nobody decides to share that message. And that's what I'm feeling. It's like you got a very important message to share, a very important message that people need to hear about. Is going to bring about a sense of uplifting the people, uplifting environment. But this is also telling you, because this is the 12 card, you know, be aware that there could be people that are going to go against what you say. But the energy that I'm feeling is like, if this is something that you feel deep within, if your higher self is giving you this message, if you are getting this message from on high, don't step down. You speak your truth. That's what I'm hearing. The energy is about speaking your truth. This is about beginning a new life. This is about expansion. And I'm feeling like everybody is going to go through this at some level or another in this week. You're going to see evidence of it. And this is another 12 card. And it's the 48. Be poised. So the energy that I'm feeling, first of all, when we look at this 48, and 48 are those two numbers that generally are oppositional numbers. But it's kind of like the brother-sister opposition, you know, even though there's opposition between the brother and sister, then it could be the case where, hey, we come from the same family. So yeah, we got to get along to a certain extent. We are going to attract to one another, but you have to be aware. You have to be cautious to know that if things seem to go in a negative way or turn for the worse, that you're able to step back and reshift, refocused, but maintain that state of being calm, collective, cool, because that's what both of you do, the 4 and the 8. There's so many similarities there that they attract each other, but at the same time, once they attract each other, there could be problems, and you know that you need to just step away. And so that may be the energy of something that's going to be going on with this expansion, this thing that you're going to have to communicate, this message. It may be something that, you know, is something that you kind of like got a tiptoe through the tulips or walk on eggshells about, because so many people, it may be a little bit controversial for a lot of people. It may seem that way. And it may seem that way because what you're doing with this message is you're going to be challenging the norms. And I'm telling you, this message could be a message for anybody. This can be a message for the collective, but this can be a message for your job as well. It can be a message for your business as well. It could be a message within your family as well. The expression that you have for them, the passion that you have for them about the topic that you are called to express during this time may not be something that people normally get. And that's the number 4. That's the number 4. It may not be something that people can agree with right away, but in the future, they will look back upon it and they will say, oh, yeah, he said that a long time ago. Or, oh, yeah, she said that a long time ago. So, what this energy is saying, around those people, because this energy of the 12 is still here, around these people that that might be sensitive to your message, and who will be sensitive. Make sure that you express yourself in a way that does not step on anybody's toes, that does not hurt anybody's opinions, because remember, this message is going to take you to an elevation or a peak in your life. And in order to grow, you're going to have to treat the people around you in the best manner possible. So make sure that you're staying poised when you're delivering what you have to deliver. 27-9. And I had a feeling the 9 was going to show up because we're about to go into the 9 universal week. And this is important. It's exchanging gifts. We talk about the number 9 being a number of wishes being fulfilled. Well, in order for those wishes to be fulfilled, there has to be an exchange. All of those things that you're holding on in your life that are no longer serving you, they've served their purpose and it's time for them to move on. They're just there taking up space. It's time to get rid of those gifts so that you can accept the new gifts that the universe has to offer. So this is a time for you to go ahead and begin thinking about wishes being fulfilled, and to know that in order for these wishes to be fulfilled, you have to start cleaning things out. And that's what's going to happen. You should be focusing on what things you really don't need so that they can open the door for better things or better gifts to come into your life. And we have to be fair. To be fair, this message that you have to share in order to elevate is a fair message. And that's what you're going to have to remind yourself. This is the number 2 card. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. Number 2, being compassionate. This right here says that whether you believe in what I have to say to you, whether you believe in my beliefs or opinions, I'm still going to treat you the best that I can. I'm going to be patient with you. I'm going to be compassionate with you. And I'm going to use my sensitivity to be able to tap into you. Because most of the time, that's what a lot of people need. A lot of people may hear your message at first and may reject that message. However, when you share that compassionate side of yourself, this motivates you This motivates them to try to get to understand you better. So it is to your benefit to treat all people, no matter how they treat you, with love and compassion. Okay, let's see what the advice card says. Since it's time for you to elevate, we're going to check the advice card and see what will help you this week. And so the energy that I'm feeling is either you're physically going to see some type of elevation in your life. You're going to get thoughts and ideas that's going to help you elevate. You're going to start making plans to elevate. Or you'll get a sign that elevation is well on the way. You're going to begin to see growth. That's what I'm hearing. And claim your boundaries. And this is a 6 energy. Claim your boundaries. And it goes back to that 2 energy that we just left. And as a matter of fact, that is a master number 11 card. And we are talking about elevation here. But this 24/6 card is talking about claiming your boundaries. And when we think about the 6 and the 6 and the 2 are similar in a whole lot of ways. 6s are big on relationships too, big on love as well. So this means that you need to double down on the compassion that you show other people. You need to begin to not just show compassion, you need to begin to be of service. And that's a part of this elevation too. There's something that you're going to have to do that's going to require you to serve. And as I said, this could be in a business. This could be on your job. This could be in the family. This could be community. This could be in a group of your friends. But you need to begin to find ways to serve. Because when you're serving, you're continuing to grow. Even though it's helping those that you serve, it's also just as helpful for you. Okay, now we're going to go to the birthday numbers. We're going to go to the number 1. So if you're born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th, then you are number 1. Or if you come under the signs of Leo or Aquarius, you are a number 1. The Fates card is here. This is the 17-8 card. I just talked about service. And this is important for you because this is saying, this card is letting me know that whatever you put out into the universe, you're going to get it back. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, it's coming back. How you treat people. There is a significant part of this week's message that is talking about how you treat people. And this right here reminds me of karma. The energy that you put out to other people is going to come back to you. No matter what they are, what state they're in during the time that you're delivering the messages to them, you're going to get that energy that you sent to them back to you. So this means make sure that you're on the up and up. Make sure that you're doing things in a way that makes you steadfast, that makes you loyal. And once you begin to do these things and show up in other people's lives as such, you will see this elevation coming into fruition even quicker than what you imagined it to be. And this is Feed Your Spirit. And this is another 11 card. Wow, this is talking about elevation 2. And this is saying that sometimes, in order to love certain people, especially those people that don't agree with you and those people that treat you bad, you got to raise your vibrations. You can't stoop to the level that they're on. The only way that you can grow is to stretch. And I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I'm also hearing in terms of service, you have to remember this. Yes, it's okay to serve. It's okay to hold your hand out to help somebody else. But when you notice that that hand that you're holding is pulling you down, it's time to move in a different direction. It's time to make a shift. Sometimes that equals elevation. Now we're going to move on to the number 2, born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, or the 29th. You are a number 2. Or if you come under the sign of Cancer. You got the 22-4 card. You're blessed. And in this energy right here, you are just at ease and at peace because you know that everything is okay. And the reason why you're probably at ease and at peace is because of the fact that the 22 contains 2 twos, double the compassion, double the love, double the patience, double all of that, double the sensitivity. So what this means is that you already elevated more than what you thought you could recently. And this doesn't mean that you're not still elevating, because you're still elevating, because in this energy right here, I'm seeing that there's still room to grow. But it's saying that there's a lot of things here that you have mastered. 22 is the master builder. This means that even though you're in a space where everything seems okay right now, and everything to everybody else seems like it's going well for you, there's still room for growth. But it's letting you know at this point right here that yes, you are blessed because you already know the art of how to treat people. You know the art of being patient, and you know the art of meditation and being to yourself and being in solitude. And that's what I'm feeling like a lot of this energy is coming from. You have learned how to withdraw and take time for yourself. So it's like once you help others, you take that time to recharge. And this recharge is what allows you to continue to elevate. So kudos to you. And the advice card is to clear your path. And it's another 2. It's another 2. So it's saying don't even worry about it. Everything is okay. Everything that you could think it go wrong, it's not going to go wrong. Everything is going to work out in perfect timing. That's the purpose of patience. To me, patience is divine timing, or divine timing equals patience. And you understand that. And that's why you're continuing to elevate. Now we're going to go on to the number 3, born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 30th, or the 21st of the month. You are a number 3. Or if you come under the sign of Pisces or Sagittarius, you are a number 3. Time to go, number 3. And this is the 45-9 card. The energy that I'm feeling is number 3. It's time for you to let go of things that are no longer serving you. The reason why you haven't elevated to this point is because of perhaps those things that are holding you back. People, places, or things. It could be a mindset that's holding you back. But right now, it's saying that it's time for you to leave this state of being. It's time for you to elevate into another state. There's so much more for you to do, number three. And in order for you to do it, you're going to have to let go of the dead weight. Mm. Your advice card is, what do you love? And this is a 23-5 card. And so this is telling you, number three, it's time for you to explore different things. It's time for you to make changes. Whatever you're doing right now, it may not be exactly what you want to do anymore. It could have been something that you were more passionate about years ago, but right now you're not as passionate about it as you used to be. So now it's time for you to try something different. Try different things to see what you love the most. You may discover some skills and talents and abilities that you did not know that were there first. So, in essence, what this is telling me is that what you have to let go of is the tried and true. Now, come on, we're talking about the number three, that Sagittarius energy. That is, I'm moving all over the place. You have to do new things with this 5 card, number three. So take some time to maybe explore some hobbies you've been thinking about. Step into some things that may seem a little different for you. And who knows? You may even love it. And the energy I'm feeling, because this is the number three, is that it could be something spiritual. It could be something that's motivating or uplifting for other people. This is the time for you to find out what you really love to do. And don't worry, because when you find something that you love to do, it means you never work a day in your life. So give it a try, number three. We're going to move on to the number 4, born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st of the month, or come under the signs of Aquarius or Leo. You are a number 4. Regeneration. And this is the 4610 card. It's saying that when I think about number 4, I always see a foundation. And it's a building that's coming up. You know, when you've done so much work on this building and you come all the way up to the top of this building, and then boom, something happens to it, and you're like, why did this go to waste? What happened? What it is it's time for something new now. You've mastered that thing. Now it's time for you to move on to something else. A lot of people don't know that regeneration is all about starting anew. And this card is the 4610 card, and it's the number 1. So it's telling you it was time for something new. Don't look at what happened as a loss. Look at what happened as you learned something, you grew from it, and now you're elevating, using everything that you learned and the ways that you've grown. So don't look at it as chaos. Don't look at it as bad things happening. Just look at it as it's time to move on. You know, the funny thing about it is a lot of times there may be things that we know we should really let go of, but we want to keep holding on to it, and we get emotionally attached to some of these things, right? And what happens is the universe comes in, and when you think about the number 4, the number 4 is you ruled by Uranus. So that is sudden changes. And that's the same thing Uranus does. So that's what you can expect as a number 4. If you hold on to something longer than what you're supposed to hold on to, then it's going to come in and it's going to shake you up. So this means that whenever this happens, and even if it's happening right now or you see any evidence of it, know that it's time for something new and get excited. Get excited for starting something new. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. You got time for crayons. And this is the number 6 card, which is your opposition. You don't see it as something beautiful happening. You don't see it as a part of the creation process. But that's exactly what this card is saying. This is creation. You build, destroy, build again. Creation. Number 5, born on the 5th, the 14th, or the 23rd of the month, or coming in the signs of Gemini and Virgo. You are a number 5. Imagine number 5, 20. That's the awakening card. Just imagine if everything was exactly the way that you wanted it to be. Imagine that you have reached the highest point of elevation for you. Imagine how you would feel. What would you do? How would you do things different? Number 5, the card is telling you it's time to imagine. This is the awakening card. Sometimes we think this physical reality is just so real, when in fact, what you imagine becomes your reality. So whatever it is that you want to be, say, or do at this moment in your life, you need to be imagining, using visualization techniques, journaling, writing your story, meditation energy. And be careful. Balance it out. Use some logic, but at the same time, don't be afraid to tap into your imagination. I can't believe this one. Number 11, the master number 11 card. This is the visualization card. This doubles down on the 2. And it talks about play. Wow. It's like your mind is all over the place, right? And the energy I'm feeling is worry. Number 5. Or you may be worrying about things that you cannot control. The main way that you may be able to control these things is a way that most people wouldn't ever believe. That's through your play and imagination. Think about children. They can take a broom on Christmas Day and create a spaceship, a rocket, an airplane, a truck out of a broom. They utilize the power of their imagination. The weird thing about it is, at a certain age, others shut that off for us. And you have to wonder what made them shut that off or tell us that imagination is kids' play. Maybe it's because they knew that that's one of the ingredients of the manifestation ritual or the manifestation recipe. So number 5, you need to be tapping into your imagination so that you can stop worrying about the things that you worry about. The truth is, if you don't create that image, that mental imagery of you imagining what you want, your worry becomes what you imagine. And that is what creates your reality. Moving on to the number 6, born on the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th of the month, or coming to the signs of Libra or Taurus. You are a number 6. And this is a 10 card. Never ending story. You know how when you're working on a project sometimes and it seems like you get to the end of the project, or you think it's the end of the project, and it seems like you have a whole lot more to do. It's like you're starting back at the start again. Well, this is kind of what this is saying. When they talk about service, yeah, you go and serve, but at the end of the day, you're like, oh, I went and served this person. I did my due diligence. Yeah, but that was just one person. Can you serve somebody else? Can you help somebody else? Can you love somebody else? These things should be done on a continuous basis, not just PRN or as needed. These things should be done on a continuous basis. Just like our numbers go from 1 to 9. And then what happens after you reach 9? They go from 1 to 9. And so we live through cycles. Our universe is a cycle. Everything in it is a cycle. We are no different. So don't just do positive things. Don't just elevate this one time and think that it's over. No, growth is continuous. So you should be working to grow continuously. And another thing that you should be doing is teaching on a continuous basis, because each time you learn something and move on to the next cycle, you can help another person move on from one cycle to the next by teaching them what you've learned. So it's continuous, number 6. And make it till you make it. And this is the number 9 card. You get all the way to the number 9. You get to that last cycle, and you get through that cycle. And you just let go of the things that you've learned, and you do that through teaching. And it's kind of like, you're not even thinking about this is the end of the road anymore. You know that this is a cycle. So just continue to think in terms of this is a cycle, even though it may seem like everything is at the end and you did everything you need to do. Just fake like it's time for you to continue into the next level. Don't go through an entire cycle. Focus on what happened in the last cycle or what's going to happen in the next cycle. You focus on the cycle that you are in the here and now, until it's time for the next cycle. And that's how you get through that. And we're going to move on to the number 7, born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th of the month. You are a number 7, or if you come under the sign of Cancer, chaos and conflict. This is the number 33 card. Chaos and conflict, number 7. The energy that I'm feeling is you're making too much of this. Whatever is going on, number 7, I feel like you're worrying much to do. It's much to do about nothing. It's like you're letting this thing continuously bother you. And the 3 here is letting me know that this thing that is on your mind and may be considered to be conflict in your life is expanding. It's getting bigger. And the reason why it's getting bigger is because you continue to focus on it. If you see chaos and conflict, it will be chaos and conflict. However, if you see peace and harmony, it's going to be peace and harmony. A lot of times what appears to be real it's not even really real. Think about how people see mirages in the deserts. It's a big lake of water somewhere, and you know darn well you're on the desert and there's no water there. So, a lot of times we can see things in our life because life is all about our perception, how we see things, how we see things, and how we see things make those things our reality. So, to reprogram that, every time you see chaos and conflict, affirm that is something positive. Affirm that is you elevated to the next level. And then you'll see that those positive things will start to materialize in your life. And we're going to go on to the Trust Your Vibes card. And you got your Trust Your Intuition, the 16-7 card. It's like, this is your card. This is a significant card. This is like your intention is telling you that you're worried about something more than what you really need to worry about it, or you're thinking. It doesn't even have to be a worry. You're thinking about something or looking too deeply into something that you really shouldn't be concerned with. No, this is just saying, do what it takes to make yourself happy. And in doing what it takes to make you happy, you create happiness and invite joy into your life. And now we're going to move on to the number 8, born on the 8th, the 17th, the 26th, or come under the sign of Capricorn, or come under the sign of Capricorn. You are a number 8. And 8, you got this card last time. It's the building blocks. And this is the number 1 card, building blocks. This is saying stick to the rules. Play it by the book, number 8. Do what you've been doing, and you are a builder. This energy is saying, be careful who you put your trust in. Be careful who you invite into whatever you're building, because a space is only as sacred as the people that you invite in it. Make sure that you have a group of loyal people that you can trust in your life, because this means that there could be people that try to pull a fast one on you, that make you think that they're doing one thing. It could be people that you bring in to collaborate with, people that you bring in to help you out. Make sure these people are on the up and up, because you don't want anybody. It's just like, when I think of building blocks, I think about the old Lego blocks. You remember? And it was so cruel sometimes. I used to have Legos and you build them up, and then some mean kid comes over and they want to crush your blocks. And most of the time it was the boys, you think they're coming to play with you, but they just want to crush your blocks. And then you got to start from the beginning and you're all crying and stuff like that. So the same thing here. This is saying, be careful of the people you allow in your space, and be careful with the people that you allow to help with your space. That's going to help you continue to elevate your space. And that is so interesting, because the 8 and the number 4 are focused on building and elevation this week. And the 15-6 cards here, which is also a friendly number for you. And it says, ask your spirit helpers. Trust your intuition when it comes to the people that you put your trust in. So we're going to move on to the number 9, born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th of the month. You are a number 9. And number 9, happy, happy. So glad to see that you're happy this week, number 9. And this is the 8 card. Great things are about to happen for you this week, right here. Either something great is going to happen, something unexpected is going to happen, or it's going to be some news that you hear that is going to be great for you, or it could potentially be good for you. And it could be shouting some kind of expansion. So be on the lookout for that. This has everything to do with what you've been trying to manifest, number 9. And so this is the number 8 card. So it means just be patient, be steadfast, be steady. Whatever you're doing, continue it to whatever you're doing, continue to do it in the same way that you've been doing it in number 9, because apparently this is working for you. And if you need some help, here's the number 6. Call on your runners. And this is not a bad card for you either. This 6 is the 9 upside down. So this right here is telling you, think about those people that are in your community. Think about those people that are close to you when you elevate on that next level. This is saying, think about who's going to go with you on the next level. You know how they say it gets empty at the top, it gets lonelier at the top. So what that means is that a lot of times in the last level, you had to leave some people behind and make sure you level up. So who are you taking with you on this level up? And it could be potentially some type of trip for you here. So we're going to go on to the number 11, master number 11. If you're born on the 11th or the 29th, or come under the signs of Leo and Aquarius, you are a master number 11. Milk and honey for you. 11. And this is the 51-6 card. And wow, this goes back to that patience. Just be patient. And the same thing for you too. You're going to be hearing about great things happening this week. It's going to be elevation. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to happen this week. You could receive word that it's going to happen. And a lot of times it's like when you make an intention about something, sometimes an event will happen that kind of shows you that whatever you're asking for is well on its way. So it could be that you're going to get a message, or you're going to get some kind of information, something that you've been thinking about in the spiritual realm might show up in physical reality. So pay attention to those things, because it could let you know that elevation is almost coming, but it's saying that everything is going to be good for you. And I know this is the 51 card, but it also makes me think about the 15 card. If I turn it backwards, it would be the 15. And so this card really makes me think about money, gifts, favors, things like that. So just be on the lookout for it, number 11. And sleep on it. Don't even worry about it. This is the number 5 card. Just let it go. Just be free. Be free. And everything is going to work out in the way that it's supposed to. And that's interesting, because that is so interesting when I said just let it go by the sleep on it card, because this is the 11 card, which equals the number 2 if it were broken down. And 2 is interchangeable with the number 7, which is ruled by Neptune. And one thing about Neptune is the planet of faith. And that's what Neptune tells us to do, to have faith in it. And when you have faith in it, you are able to plant your seed and let it go. Plant your seed and sleep on it, Neptune. Dream about it, perhaps. Now we're going to move on to the number 22. Born on the 22nd of the month or come under the signs of Aquarius and Leo. You are a master number 22. A change in the wind. And this is the 12 card. And this is for the master number 22. And the energy I'm feeling in this card is very, very strong. What I'm feeling is there's some people around you that's about to change when you elevate. And if you were listening to me a couple of cards ago, I mentioned something about, you can't take everybody with you when you elevate. And that's what's really going to be happening. So if there are people in your life that are not agreeing with your elevation, then you're going to notice that those people begin to change. And you'll notice that these people will probably drift away from your life. I don't want you to be worried. I don't want you to be sad because, like I said, everybody's not going to make it with you to the top. Not everybody can handle that. And when I think about it, I think in terms of a mountain. Let's just say that you have a person that's going mountain climbing. At the base of that mountain, the hike is very easy. So this person starts on the hike with a backpack full of stuff that they think they're going to need to survive up this mountain. And when they begin to elevate, this backpack gets heavy. And they decide this backpack is heavy. Let me look in this backpack. Let me see what I can do without. That person's going to start throwing stuff out of that backpack. And they get more comfortable. They begin to elevate again. And the comfortable backpack again becomes heavy. What they have to do is stop and get rid of some more stuff. Now, at the base of that mountain, that backpack was filled to the brim. But by the time they get all the way up to the top, they may not even have that backpack, honey, because it takes strength to keep going up. And a lot of people are not going to be strong enough to travel with you. Not that they don't want to. It's just that a lot of people cannot go to where you're meant to go at this point in time. So it's time for a change because of this elevation. So expect a shift. You may see or hear something in the next week or so that lets you know that, hey, maybe a person is getting distant, or you may see something or notice something in a person's character that says, hey, is this person really cool with me? So that's what we're going to do. And this 12 card, that's what it speaks of, being aware so that the people that you're with, the people that you're carrying in your backpack are not becoming too heavy for you. And your advice card is take your time. You know why that's so good? And this is the 7 card, the 43-7 card. And nobody takes their time like a number 7. And I'm going to tell you the reason why this is so funny to me, because people are often impulsive when they're trying to get you to do things that they want you to do instead of what you want to do yourself. So when you notice that there are people that don't like to be around you because they think you're moving too slow, or they have a complaint about that, then you have to ask yourself, is this person meant to be around me? And sometimes just taking your time and doing what you normally do 22/4, taking your time and taking it easy and cool, calm, and collect, these people are like, look, I don't have time for this, and they're going to walk away. But those that walk away, you know, they're not in alignment with their purpose. So this week, for the summary, it's all about elevation. And everybody has a different approach to elevation. And the thing about it is, elevation is not just something that happens every now and then or that should happen to just specific people. Our whole reason for being is to elevate, to grow, to continue to change. And the way that we elevate and change is determined upon our goals, our vision, and the energy that we put out before the universe. We saw a lot of energy show up today. We saw the two energy that talked about patience, being understanding and compassionate groups of people. And we saw the six that also talked about love and harmony and peace. And it's letting us know that we have a job. Our job is to be of service to people, and what our job is to do unto others as we'd have them do unto us, no matter how they treat us, no matter who they are or what they believe in. We are not these physical beings that we think we are. We are spiritual beings having a material experience. And we have to remember that. We have to remember to tap in to that part of us that is much deeper than matter. It's mind, spirit over matter. Now, let's pull an affirmation for today. And so I'm wishing that I'm hoping that everyone see a sign of some kind of elevation this week. Oh, hardship often prepares an ordinary person for an extraordinary destination. Hardship often prepares an ordinary person for an extraordinary destiny. C.S. Lewis. It may be hard for you to imagine yourself as being nothing more than an ordinary person. But I have news for you. You have an extraordinary destiny. Follow that destiny.